inspiring generations. Come, let's dance to the rhythms of our ancestors. Come, let's speak with the wisdom of our elders. Come, let's rise with the dreams of our youth. Ceana is more than a convention. It is a movement. It is a legacy, a living heartbeat of unity, pride, and purpose. Let's reconnect, rejoice, and ride. Register early, register now. It's time to volunteer. It's time to give generously. And most of all, share the message. Let everybody know Ceana is not just alive, it is thriving. Together, we preserve culture. Together, let's inspire generations. Together, let's build Ceana 2026. Register now. But beyond the celebration, Ceana exists to make a lasting impact, to raise funds that uplift underprivileged urban communities, drive developmental, social, and economic growth for others across North America, Ghana, Togo, and Benin, promote education, healthcare, and empowerment, ensuring that no other child or community is left behind. Preserve and promote every identity and heritage, uniting generations at home and abroad. People. Youth Association of Washington, D.C. Metro Inc. This year's convention lands in Maryland. Hooray! It's gonna be bold, brilliant, and unforgettable from September 3rd to September 7th. Let's gather at the Vetelza North Marion Hotel to celebrate what matters most: preserving culture, inspiring generations. Come, let's dance to the rhythms of our ancestors. Come, let's speak with the wisdom of our elders. Come, let's rise with the dreams of our youth. Ceana is more than a convention. It is a movement. It is a legacy, a living heartbeat of unity, pride, and purpose. Let's reconnect, rejoice, and ride. Register early, register now. It's time to volunteer. It's time to give generously. And most of all, share the message. Let everybody know Ceana is not just alive, it is thriving. Together, we preserve culture. Together, let's inspire generations. Together, let's build Ceana 2026. Register now. But beyond the celebration, Ceana exists to make a lasting impact, to raise funds that uplift underprivileged urban communities, drive developmental, social, and economic growth for others across North America, Ghana, Togo, and Benin, promote education, healthcare, and empowerment, ensuring that no other child or community is left behind. Preserve and promote every identity and heritage, uniting generations at home and abroad. People. You ready? Ceana 2026 is here, hosted by the Association of Washington, D.C. Metro Inc. This year's convention lands in Maryland. Hooray! It's gonna be brilliant and unforgettable.
You're saying you're trying to for one, don't you? And your wisdom, your care, your deep love for communities and families.
Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second session of our Ceana 2026 Town Hall. My name is Ablato.
This meeting is being recorded.
Convention Manager, and I'm also your moderator for this evening. I'll introduce our panel for tonight's Town Hall. With us, we have Mr. President, Mr. William Kuma. We have with us our Vice President 1, Mrs. Penny Akpene Abochi Ametepi. We have our registration chair, Mr. Hobson Yakuche. We also have with us our magazine chair, Dr. Bright Fleku, our excursion chair, Mrs. Ajoba Blay, and our transportation representative, Alex Archer. Okay, and our marketing chair, Mrs. Senambula. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'll welcome to the floor Mr. William Kuma, to our President, Mr. William Kuma, for any opening remarks.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, and thank you for coming. Today is March 1st, and it is the second town hall meeting Ceana is holding. Marco Monkokoyama Adowezon na Nyakata of Kogodo, Nyawezo, Nyawe Bonavadoga, Agba Nkaka, Miabiba, Nyawo Miapa, Jutofo for Habobo, Alofa Takokpa, Alaba Biahinano, Amashamashi, Bia, and Tana Amieva Fufogba, Susumata, Mievaru, Makarajiba, Mashama, Afonso Sie, Managba for Zobanium Yakata, Yahweh Bonava Dog. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Now, before we begin the panel, just a few housekeeping rules. So for anyone who would like to ask a question, we ask that you use the raise the hand feature. If you're not sure where to locate that feature, if you look at the bottom of your screen, you'll see that there's a button that says react. When you select that button, you'll see a raise hand option. Please select that option in order for you to be called on to express your question. If you do ask a question in the chat, we will pause in between a few sessions to read those questions and answer them in the order that they are received. We ask that if you're not speaking, to please mute your mic so that way everyone has the respect that they need when they're on the floor. Okay. So we'll start with our registration team. Mr. Hobson Yakuche, excuse me, mic over to Mr. Hobson Yakuche.
Thank you, Madam Moderator. Miawezo, Avoduko Miawezo. Welcome you all for the second section of our town hall meeting. And I'm your registration chair, and I'm going to take you through a slide that will enlighten us about how we can go about with our registration. And you know, registration is the gateway for the convention. If we don't register, you can't be there. And this time around, we are
Thompson, please unmute your mic. Your mic is muted.
oh my God. Oh, all that I said is in vain. Anyway, Miawezo. This is our second section of the town hall meeting, and I'll be taking you through the registration process. And you know that registration is the gateway to our convention. And this year round, we decided to monitor and also take charge of the convention. How are we doing that? We are doing that by making sure that all the registered attendees that are only going to be in the premises, because we don't want a situation that people will be running into or intruding into the convention as we have been doing in the past. So this time around, we are streamlining the way we go about with our convention. Registration, the first thing to do is you have to register online by visiting www.ceana2026.org. And when you go into that web page, I will take you through a slide. If I share my screen with you in a moment, take you through a slide that can I have the
slide is already being shared.
Okay.
If you can see it.
All right. Can you see my screen? Yeah. So when you visit our website, www.ceana2026.org, it will take you straight to the register for Ceana 2026, this webpage. As you are here, you have the option to select the package that you want to register for. So we have the full convention package only tickets. And that one, it goes with a price of $269. We also have the full convention package plus excursion tickets. And that one goes with the price of $356. So if you decide to be a part of the excursion, I would recommend you to go in for this package for the excursion. Now, when you are registering, for instance, if I want to register the full package only without the excursion, I will click on the full package and it will bring me to this page right here. Underneath, you scroll down and here you see the ticket. Here you have to, most people, what they do is they are not clicking, adding themselves to the, when they get here. And one thing that we always have to remember is this page is meant for the adults that are 18 years plus. And also the adolescents that we have, our young adults, also $170, and also the age of 5 to 9, they also have a $150 for registration. So if you and your spouse are registering for this, you will choose two, you and your wife or your husband. Then maybe you have two kids that are coming with you. That those two kids, if they are below, they are above or below 10 years, from 5 to 9 years, each of those kids will pay $150. So if you have two kids, it's going to be two. So with that, we come to where we have the get the tickets. So as you are tabulating this, you realize that you have your package being tabulated for you, and you have $838 for the 4 of you, you and your spouse and your 2 kids. So you click on your get ticket. The get ticket will bring you to another page. And this page is where you have to enter your data or your information.
Hobson, I don't
Yes.
think you're sharing your, I think you are on the web interface, right?
Yes.
I don't think you're sharing
So,
that.
Hobson,
Yes.
Hobson,
Yes. Yeah.
I don't think you'll be able to share unless
Oh,
you're addressing a particular issue. I think folks are pretty much good with the website. So,
okay.
yes, Madam Convention Manager, would you direct on what we ought to be doing? I think you were,
Sure.
he's supposed
So-
to be using the slides you have up.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that is about the web page that you want to register. Now, all the issues raised from the various town hall that we had previously concerning the emails and also the email, people are not receiving their reservation reservation emails. I want to assure you that all those issues have been resolved. In the past, is very the link between the hotel and the organization or the Ceana, there has been an error that caused some of the emails for reservation to be delayed. But now everything has been resolved. So anytime you register, you have your registration and hotel reservation going forward. Now, the room availabilities and also the hotel is, as you can see, is contracted and we are occupying the whole premises for the convention. The whole hotel, we have it for the next 4 days. So this is where I'm saying that if you are an intruder, you will not be able to be there because IDs will be validated and a whole lot people will be there to be monitoring every personnel that are in there. So if you don't have your ID, if you have not registered to be given ID, then you will not be able to access the convention. Also, there has been some of questions about when is the cutoff date for the registration and etc. Concerning that, currently, leadership is working on letters that will be coming out very soon to specify the actual date that the cutoff date will be, and also encourage everybody to register before those cutoff dates. If you have a family members in Ghana that want to be a part of this convention, they are also welcome. And what you can do is you have to register them. You register them through the same process that you went through. And after they receive their tickets of registration and also reservation of their hotel, they can present that to the leadership, and the leadership will give them a letter that they will use to take it to the embassy for their visa to the hotel, to the convention. So
Thank you, Mr.
those are
Thank you.
some of the information that we have for you for the registration.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for Hopeson. Thank you for our registration chair for that presentation. I believe we have one hand up, Mr. Francis Agbeke. If you'd like to go ahead and ask your question to the registration team. Or do you no longer have your question? FO Francis, you had your hand up earlier. I don't know if you still had a question or if your question had been answered. Okay, I'll take that as the question has been answered. Thank you again, Mr. Nakuche, for that presentation. I will now call Madam VP1 to take the mic over to go ahead and give us our updates on hotel reservations.
Okay, Washington, D.C., we can't wait to host you. We are so ready for you. Ceana 2026. Number the Ceana, this is the one you don't want to miss. This is the best it can get. Ceana 2026 at Washington, D.C. So we just cannot wait to host you. We are so ready. We are so excited. We are so pumped up for Ceana 2026. Hotel. As Abalemi Vice President for hosting Global Year, if you do not register, you will not access the hotel. It's that simple. So you have to register and get a hotel. And I'm so happy to let you know that registration is going so well. Sooner than later, we are going to be running completely out of rooms. So please, if you have not registered, let me encourage you to go and register now, because we only have very few rooms left. Secondly, Ceana is not going to, we're not going to go for a second hotel as of now. So I will still encourage you, for the few that we have left in the official hotel, please register. I cannot overstate that. Please register so you can access this hotel at this very moderate rate that we have today. So the question would be, how much is the hotel per night? At an extremely discounted rate at $155 per night. That is what Ceana has been able to, negotiate for the convention. To add to that, that same weekend that we are having our convention here, which is the Labor Day weekend, it is also a public holiday weekend here in the DMV area. Washington, D.C. is also, United States is celebrating its 250th anniversary. So the D.C. area is going to be extremely busy that weekend with so many other activities in the area that is being organized by the government. So a lot of hotels that weekend is going to be extremely very expensive. So I want to use this opportunity to explain that please register now. And all you have to do is to answer the question, do you need a hotel? You would say yes if you need a hotel. And then leave the rest of the reservation to us to ensure that you have access to your hotel room. Now, for all those who have registered from September 1, when we opened registration, all the way up to January 15th, your hotels have been reserved and you have received an email for the reservation. If you registered after January 15th, just hold tight. We have your registration, we have your request. Within the next week, you will receive your confirmation as well. So let me make that very clear. If you registered from January 15 up to this time, up to today, we have received your registration. Hold tight. By the next week, your hotel reservation will come to your email as well. So do not panic. You are good. You are in good hands, and you will soon, by the end of next week, receive your hotel reservation as well. But if you have registered up to January 15th, everybody has received their confirmation to their hotel room at the official hotel that we are going to have the convention. All those who did not receive their confirmations earlier, everybody did receive it now. On that weekend of February the 13th and 14th, everybody got their email confirming their hotels and reservations for the hotels. So no more issues on that. That has been well taken care of and resolved. The second thing I want to mention and want to ensure everyone, in that email, it was a generic email to let everybody know that you have received or have been reserved a room. It did not specify to anyone that you have been reserved either 2 double beds or a king bedroom room. And that caused some panic among people who have registered. I want to ensure you that you should not panic. all these things will be taken care of. Those are generic template emails just to assure you that your hotel has been reserved. If you ask for double bed, in as much as it cannot be 100% guaranteed because of the limited amounts, there is a very high chance that you will receive that. But that also depends on you registering on time. So if you're waiting to register very late because you're one of those that procrastinate and do things at the very last minute, that would all affect your experience. It will affect your experience of the hotel that you would get. That is even if you would get a hotel.
Remains buried in the.
Okay. It will affect whether you may even get a hotel, and it will also affect your seating arrangement and your whole experience at a convention. So we are really begging everyone, pleading with everybody that is thinking about registering, please go ahead and register now. You have nothing to lose. When you register now, you are not going to be asked to pay anything to the hotel as of this time. You are just going to be assured that you have reserved your hotel room. You only pay for your hotel when you come to the convention. Very soon, the hotel is going to be sending you a link to put your credit card on file so that they can hold your room for you. That will happen within the next month as well. When you receive that email, please fill it out with your credit card information, and be also assured that it's a secure email coming from the hotel when that happens. So do not panic. It's not going to be a scam, or Ceana is not going to compromise your credit card information when that email comes out. Marriott is going to be sending you a link to put in your credit card information within the next month in order to have your credit card on file to hold your confirmation, your confirmed room with the Marriott where we are going to have the convention. So expect that to happen within the month of March as well. And I'm so ready to take any questions on hotel and what other comments or questions others will have. So questions are welcome at this point.
Yes, thank you. And before we open the floor for any questions, just a reminder of a few housekeeping rules. If you would like to ask a question, we ask that you do use the raise your hand feature. If you look at the bottom of your screen, whether you're on your laptop or your cell phone, you'll see there's a button that's labeled react. When you select that button, there's a raise hand feature. Please select that button, we will call your name. Also like to mention that there are several iPhone users. So if you would like to ask a question, please change your name to your given name, so that way we'll be able to call on you to take the mic to ask your question. Okay. I have a Zoom user that has their hand up.
Yeah.
And that's Siska Bradley. So we'll go with Siska Bradley first. And we'll ask that if you are not speaking, that you please do mute your mic, that we do only want speakers only
Don't tell me.
to be unmuted. Thank you. Okay. I think Sister Francisca, the mic is yours. Thank you.
Okay, Sister Akpene, you said those who registered after January 15th, we are going to get an email, right? I registered on February 10th. Finally, I eventually re-registered on February 10th. So we are yet to receive an email. And if yes, what do we look out for? Because sometimes our email inbox is so full, like, is it going to say Marriott registration link, or what is it going to be, so I can look out for it?
The answer is yes. It's going to be coming from the Marriott.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then usually also once that goes out, we send a community update as well. We send official memos to let everybody know that if your registration is within this time to this time, check your email because the email has gone out, so that we alert people to look out for the email as well. So anytime the reservations are made, we send an official memo to all our network platforms, including our local platforms. We ask all our core members to put it on their association platforms as well. So everyone will know that an email has been sent to all that have asked for hotel, and that they should go to their emails and check that. So you will not miss it. You will see it.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. We are open for hotel questions.
Yes. Any more questions in regards to the hotel reservations?
I have a question. Somebody asked a question. It says, if you register for a convention and request a letter of invitation, would that letter of invitation be shared with the American Embassy in Ghana and probably ensure your visa shall be granted?
Okay, great. That's a good question. If you register and the person is outside the country and needs a visa to come in, we ask that, this is how the process works. We ask that you register first. And why do we ask that or require that you register first? Once you register, your registration is going to generate a unique ID for your registration. We need that ID to put on the letter that you will be sending to the hotel, to the embassy, so they know that, yes, you are actually coming to this convention, and we, the organizers, are confirming that you have registered and this is your registration ID coming to the convention. Okay. When it comes to whether that ensures that you're going to get a visa or not, we cannot control that. That is completely left to the embassy to determine that. But we ask that you ensure that you have all the requirements that they are looking for. There is a requirement for a B1, a B2 visa. When you go to the Department of State's website, there's a requirement. Once you meet all the requirements, we hope that they'll be able to grant you the visa with no issues. But we need you to register first. Then once you register and that unique ID is generated, we will now take the ID and add it to the letter, put it in the letter for you to send to the embassy. Now, if for any reason, unfortunately, you are not granted a visa, we will ensure that your registration is refunded completely. We know also that in the past couple of weeks, the Department of State has actually opened up a lot of slots for the B1, B2 visa in Ghana. Ghana was fortunate to get so many other slots where they are asking people, really encouraging people to come and apply because they have opened so many slots for granting B1, B2 visas. They've done that to encourage people to come to also the World Cup and also for your own private reasons. So if you're coming for the World Cup or planning to come to the convention, we think this year has been one of the best times to do that because of these extra slots that the consulate has actually sent out that they have for Ghanaians who want to apply for a visa. So we want you to encourage your folks back home who would want to come to the convention that this is a favorable time because the American Embassy in Ghana or the consulate in Ghana, they've opened so many other slots for Ghana, which is very rare because visas have been rather restricted, but Ghana has been able to, we find ourselves in a position where we have a lot more slots given to the Ghanaians to apply for B1, B2 visas in order to come to the country for either tourism or for your own businesses. So please encourage people to quickly register. Let's get that unique ID. Once we get the ID, within 72 hours, the letter is ready. We send it to you to add to your other document to go for the visa. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam VP1. Do we have any other questions before we move on to excursions? Okay, we have Alex below.
Yes, Alex Kuma. Yeah.
Alex Kumar.
Thank you very
Yes.
much, Abla. So if someone registered and has still not received this invitation letter, what are the processes for the person to get the letter?
Thank you. If you register, we will not know that you will need a letter until you contact us. That is very important that you know. If you are outside the country and you register, we will not automatically know that you need a letter. You have to contact us and say, I've registered, I am outside the country, and I need a letter for the embassy. And with that, there are so many ways to contact us. You can either contact us by phone or contact us by email. If you can contact us by email, the email is info@ceana2026.org. Again, the email is info@ceana2026.org. It's right here on the screen. Please send us an email that you have registered. This is your ID number. We will pull it, and you need a letter for the embassy. Once you send that email, we will quickly respond to it and send a letter to you. Now, there is also a phone number that we can give you. Abla, can you help me with the phone number, please?
Yes, that phone number is 703-791-9987, and we'll share that in the chat as well.
Okay, so Alex, the number will be put in the chat. Please call us as soon as we are done that somebody has registered. We did not know. You have to let us know that you have registered and you are coming out from out of the country and you need a letter. Then we will make sure that letter is generated for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, and we have one other hand up, Biggie.
Thank you, Sister Abla.
You're welcome.
I have two questions in one. My first question is it possible that we consider, or is it possible that the king size bed is guaranteed for couples who are coming together? So we are not being put in separate 2 double bedrooms, please. That's just an appeal. Just look at couples registration so you don't put them into different bedrooms. My next question will be, whenever we receive that email to secure our reservation with a credit card on file, would it be okay if we choose to prepay in advance and still keep the credit card on file for incidentals? Those are my two questions.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Biggie. So let me answer the first one. I can assure you that if you're looking for a king size bed, 100% you will get it, because usually they are not the most popular. The most popular ones are the one with a double bed. So that is an easy request. So you are saved. You and your wife will be hugging and then cuddling just like you want. So no worries on that.
No comment on that.
The second one, yes, if you want to be charged ahead of time, reach out to us once you fill the credit card information. Reach out to us through the email or phone. We will make sure that we let the hotel know that, so that your credit card is already charged and you are all booked in.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, so we'll be heading over to excursion next, but before we go there, if you're now joining us, thank you for joining our second session of Ceana 2026 Town Hall. We kindly ask that if you are not speaking, to please keep your mics muted. If your name is labeled as iPhone, we do ask that you do change your name to your legal name or to a nickname. That way, if you do have a question, we will be able to identify you in the queue to take the mic and ask your question. If you would like to ask a question, we also ask you that you use the react button to raise your hand. That's the heart button at the bottom of your screen. When you select that button, you'll see the raise your hand feature, and then you can raise your hand. If you do ask a question in the chat, we will answer those questions in the order they're received. However, we will answer the raised hands questions first. If you'd like to change your name, you can select your name in the participants group, and then you'll be able to see where you can change your name as well there. Okay, now over to excursion, we'll call Mrs. Ajoba Blay to the floor.
So, moderator, so somebody just sent me a question from YouTube. If you don't mind.
Yes.
Yes, it says, how about the scenario where we are sponsoring someone in Ghana to attend the Ceana? I'm not sure. It says, how about this? So I think it's with regards to the visa process, right? So it's asking, how about the scenario where we are sponsoring someone in Ghana to attend Ceana?
Madam President, you're on mute.
President.
Sorry about that. Let me take that. Since the question is not very clear, please, if you're able to answer the comment on YouTube, provide our email and phone number for the person to contact us so that we can explain or answer that question correctly. Because I'm not too sure what exactly the question is asking.
All right, I'll let them know. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Mrs. Ajoba Blair, are you ready to come to the floor, please?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ajoba. It's a pleasure to be with you and to work alongside you. I am so excited. I don't know. I'm ready to take you on a tour of the US, DC, the capital. If you have questions, our things are very simple. Our plan is we have our own buses, about 3 to 4 buses. So the more you register, the more buses I can get for you. And so we have more comfortable seats for you to come in and ride. It will pick you up from the hotel. Once we are getting close to it, we will give you where you will meet via a communication that will be set up for people who are going on the excursions only. You meet there, and please, we live in America, be on time. I hate to leave anybody behind because remember, in the evening, it is a Friday, right? The evening, there's a lot of activities going on in the evening. We want you to go have fun, come back, relax, dress into your best outfits so that you can go enjoy the evening activities that's been planned for you. So being on time is crucial so that we can enjoy all the sites that have been planned for you. We have about 6 to 10 locations, time permitting. We're going to try to attend these locations. I know somebody asked, where are we going? So I'm going to give you examples of the places that we plan to attend. Okay, so we do have the National Mall where you will find the Washington Monument, the Lincoln. We're going to go to Jefferson Memorial. We also have Martin Luther King. We have the U.S. Capitol and the Library of Congress. If we're not able to make it there, that might be where the bus will go around for you to actually see where that is located. We have the World War II Memorial Site for you to go to. Now, there is the National Museum of African American, and that one, unfortunately, it has to be specific time that we arrange to go there. So I'm working on that part. Hopefully, we'll be able to include that in our tour so that we know about, former Africans who came into the U.S., unfortunately, via slavery and get to know their history too, because they're also part of us and part of our history. We also have the Smithsonian Institute. If time permitting, we'd like to go there, okay? We are doing what is called a hop-on, hop-off strategy. What does that mean? And what does that entails? It means we have our own personal buses. We have places, as of now, there's 2 buses that are full. The buses people will be assigned to a team leader. One bus may start at Lincoln. Another bus may start at Jefferson. Do you start your meeting and then lunches are broken down for 30 minutes for each bus? Okay. So one bus, say bus A, goes towards Jefferson. Bus A might have a lunch time of 11:30. So then at 11:30, bus A will bring its people back to Haynes Point, which is where I'll be sitting, waiting with your lunch ready for you to enjoy. And yes, I'll collect all the trash. You just enjoy yourself. You are there for entertainment. When you go to, say, Jefferson, you spend some time, you'll be told by your team leader, we're going to be at Jefferson for 10 minutes. Say you decide, I really enjoy Jefferson, 10 minutes is not enough for me. I am going to stay here longer. You just let your team leader know, you stay there longer, wait for the bus to come back. It will be rotating around and it will come back and pick you up, okay? We try to keep people on the same bus. So if you hop on the wrong bus, don't worry. Just let us know when we take you back to the bus you're supposed to be on. We are providing lunch and it's included in your registration. Outside of that, I am ready to take questions. I won't take much of your time.
Thank you, Sister Ajoba. Okay, looks like we have a question in the group chat. Please, it's very important that, a comment. Please, it's very important that we visit the African American Museum.
I'm with you.
Thank you. Well, there's also the option to arrive early too. So if the early bird arrivals can also explore DC as well. All right,
Yes,
we have 2
indeed.
other hands up. F.O. Francis.
I'm all ears, Mr. Francis. If you're speaking, I
F.O.
think
Francis,
you
if
are
you're
mute.
speaking, we can't hear you. Yeah, I know he unmuted, but we can't hear. Okay, I'll go to Biggie and then we'll come back to you while you get your mic settled.
It's Abla.
You're welcome.
This is just a thought, and I know this question came up sometime somewhere in one of our meetings. Considering the fact that it's going to be a special week and month that we're going to have a lot of visitors in town, and you also have all these areas of interest that you have mentioned. How efficient is it going to be for us to visit all these places with a hop on, hop off, considering areas? Would there be areas where you have to go and queue before you have a sightseeing? Could it also be that we shrink it to maybe 2 or 3 places, spend the time and have that experience instead of all these areas? I mean, we may have this thought about, but if you can share with us.
So the goal of doing the hop on, hop off, remember, you are not on a public transportation. You are on a private bus being taking you around by Ceana. So say I am okay, content, spending 5 minutes at MLK. But then when you get to Lincoln, I really need 30 minutes there, right? So we want you to experience the chance of not trying to control how much time you spend at a place, but at the same time, keeping everybody organized and on time as much as possible. So if you go to Jefferson, I think somebody's talking.
Just a friendly reminder, if you are not speaking, to please mute your mic. Thank you.
Say you are Jefferson and you really just want to be there for 10 minutes. Please hop on the bus when it comes and go to the next area. And that'll be fine. We want you to enjoy yourself, but at the same time, say bus A we get to DC around 9:30. The first round is 2 hours of going around. You're not going to go to all the places in 2 hours. So maybe you're able to do, that's why it's split, right? Part of it is in the morning before your lunch, and part of it is after your lunch. Our goal is to spend maximum of 6 hours there, right? We're leaving early from the hotel, 8:30. Hopefully we get to DC and start our route by 9:30. We are going to try and leave DC between 4 and 5 so that everybody can get back to the hotel and get ready for the activities. Based on that, we have in the morning, have like 2 hours to get to some places. If your route were not able to get to certain areas in that first 2 hours, you then after your lunch of 30 minutes, you're going to go to the other places. There's bathroom facilities in between. So once, if you are the Lincoln and you're going through the Vietnam section to go to the Washington World War II memorials, there's a bathroom right there. So our route is set in such a way that you also have opportunity to stop in between bathrooms, to have bathroom breaks. Now, say you're on the bus route and you're very exhausted and you are so tired, you've seen 3 or 4 places, you don't want to see anything anymore. By all means, when the bus is going around, it can swing you by to Haynes Point, where I'll be stationed. And you can come and hang out with me. That is cool. We get to know each other at that time.
Thank you, Sister.
Does that answer your question?
I guess you have it all mapped out well. I'm just training some thoughts if you haven't thought about it yet. But hey, you guys are doing a good job. Just keep it up. We'll be there.
Thank you. We can't wait.
Phil Francis.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm Michael from Challenge today. But anyway, my question that I have is, that was a long list of tourist locations that you guys have mapped up for us. I just wanted to know, are we going to have time? If someone, for example, wants to see all these 6 to 8 locations, would there be enough time for that person to see all these locations?
Well, like I said, our goal is to have you have fun and see at least 8 places. But say you wanted to see the U.S. Capitol and the Library of Congress, and based on how busyness is going on, because we don't own that whole place, right? So sometimes you go and like Madam VP once said, there is 250th anniversary of the US. We also at the same time is summertime and is the weekend holiday. So other foreigners and other entities and other groups will be going around. If during our tour, which I hope everybody will be aware that we don't control things, we find that we cannot make it to the US Capitol and the Library of Congress, the bus might pass there right? Drive there for at least, point that out to you. But the main attractions like Lincoln Memorial, MLK, Jefferson, and somebody really wanted to go to the African American Museum, right? So if you have special places that you think you guys want us to hit and go to, we are welcome to suggestions. Give that to us, and we make sure we make that one, if majority people want to go, a priority. Because the goal is we are there for you. We want you to have fun. Right. And if you want to come and you are not able to attend all these places, come early. I think the hotel is taking people a little bit earlier. So for the same rate, maybe Madam VP one can confirm, you can come early, be able to have a little private tour or stay later, have a little more tour. And there's also DC has buses that does hop on, hop off, and you can do those things on your own personal time too if you really want to spend more time than what unfortunately Ceana is able to afford you to have. I hope that helps.
Yeah, that helped. Thank you. Now,
A pleasure.
follow-up question. A follow-up question is: at some point, once you have the whole list, can you share the list of where we will be going, so that some of us can pick and choose some and maybe find out a little bit about the place before we get to the convention?
No problem. We don't mind doing that all, but these will only go to those who are signed up for excursion. So we'll give information at the places. A little synopsis of each places will be included so that you have an idea. I'll add the map and everything so that you can explore links and stuff like that for you. So register early and invite all your friends.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Joba. All right. So thank you so much for our excursion presentation. If you have any,
we have some questions from YouTube. So
from YouTube, okay.
The first question from YouTube is saying, on the excursion, shall we be protected from ice?
Oh, my dear. I'm not able to answer that question. So only thing I'm going to say is, if there's issues of identification or issues of legalities, then you may want to take that into consideration while you make your decisions. Is the only suggestion I have for you.
And your other question?
Yes. So
Right.
the second question from YouTube is saying, is Ceana going to organize private tours for those who may arrive early?
I can't answer
No.
that question. I have to leave that one for Madam Ablan to answer you.
The organized tour is the excursion, which is typically the organized tour for every Ceana convention. However, there are a few people who are arriving early who have decided to do their own self-tour, make it a family trip, and you're welcome to do that. The hotel rate is available starting September 1st, so you're more than welcome to make it a family vacation and also do your own exploration of the DMV DC area as well. So hopefully that answers the YouTube questions. So now we'll go to our next topic, which is transportation, because we all need to know how we're going to get from the airport or from our various areas to the hotel. So without further ado, I'll call our transportation representative, Mr. Alex Archer, to the floor. And before he takes the mic, just a friendly reminder that if you would like to ask a question, please raise your hand by using the react button to raise your hand. If your name is not labeled, if you're listed as iPhone, unfortunately, we would not be able to identify you. So we do ask that you change your name by using the cursor to highlight your name, and then you will see that you can select rename and then change your name. If you have any other questions, maybe you don't feel, you feel a little shy to raise your hand, then you're more than welcome to use the chat feature and we'll read the question and answer it for you in the order they're received. Okay, Mr. Alex Archer, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, please. Well, we can't see you.
Oh.
I want you guys to sit.
Well, let me try to work on that. But so basically, I'm just here to give a quick update on transportation. So our designated airport pickup is BWI. We really do encourage all attendees to use.
Your sound is going out, Alex.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you better now. Thank you.
So I was just saying that our designated pickup spot for attendees is BWI Airport. So
I think we lost you again.
Well, can you hear me?
We hear you now. Yeah, you're back.
I wonder why I'm going in and out. Am I still okay?
We can hear you.
Okay, I'll
Take
make
it
it
away.
quick. Okay, so our designated transportation pickup is BWI Airport. So we really encourage all attendees to come through BWI. For those who are coming through international, we could make like special accommodation. And we really do encourage that once you're registering to put in enough information or data for us so we could accommodate you. Pending any questions, over. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. We do have one hand up. Rejoice. The floor is yours. Please feel free to ask your question. Rejoice Gagoba. I believe you had your hand up for a question for transportation.
Oh, my question is not even transportation thing. It's a question if I can ask it. Is it okay?
Let's see if we have any questions for transportation first. If we don't have questions for transportation, then we'll come back to you to ask your question.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Abby? Hi, welcome to the floor, Abby. Feel free to ask your question. Hello, Abby, you're still on mute.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, so I just had a quick question. So if you're driving in, what do we do there? Is it parking at the hotel or do we have to find our own parking?
There
Thanks.
is free parking available. So the hotel is offering free parking to all Ceana attendees.
Awesome, thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay. Info Francis?
Yeah. So, but Alex may have said this, but I just don't remember. How frequent are the buses going to be running from the airport to the convention venue?
So the schedule or the shuttle frequency has not been determined yet. When those details are available, we will share that with all the attendees.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Do you have any other questions regarding transportation? Fulbright, do we have any questions from YouTube?
Not on transportation. There are other two
Okay.
questions on registration, but we can tackle that at the end.
Okay, I do see one more hand came up. Selam?
Hello. So my question is, you were saying BWI is the drop-off, is the pickup. Do you know if all the major airports have flights going to this BWI airport? Like I'm flying from Boston. I'm assuming I'm just going to the international airport. How do we make sure that the airlines are going to the BWI airport?
Yes, so most major airlines do fly to BWI Airport. If you need shuttle services, then we do request that you come into BWI. If you find a different flight that suits your needs into any of the other airports, you are welcome to fly into that airport, but just know that we will not be providing shuttle service from that airport to the hotel. You will be on your own for transportation.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. If we don't have any more questions for transportation, I'll invite Rejoice back to answer her question. Then if Fulbright, you can give us those registration questions.
Sure.
Okay. Hello, Sister Rejoice, you're welcome to ask your question.
Oh, okay. My question is about the vendors. If you need a space to set up a market, what do you need to do?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you said it was in regards to registration. So then I think we'll be answering that question towards the end. Madam President, will you be answering that? Okay. So then if you can hold on to that, we will be answering that later into the program. But thank you for that question. Okay. Fulbright, if you can give us our registration questions, please. Thank you.
All right. So back to the first question that was asking about the sponsorship. So they came back to clarify that if someone in the US is inviting a friend or family member from Ghana to attend the convention, how do the sponsor what do the sponsor have to do? So I don't know if that's clear now.
Okay, so we understand the question now. It's going to be the same process. You would have to register the person, and when the person is registered, we need a unique ID so that we can generate a letter for the person. As to requirements from the Department of State, in order to get a visa, that would have to come from the person, or you, the person who is sponsoring him, whatever you are able to do to help the person secure a visa, you would have to sort that part out. But when it comes to the letter to confirm that the person is actually coming to our convention between this time frame and this time frame, we will ensure that the letter gets to you as soon as possible.
President, unmute yourself.
You're mute. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
So I'm sorry about that. So I was confirming that the registration process for the person that you are sponsoring is the same. You would have to make sure that the person registers, or you register for the person here. And once the registration is done, you send us the unique ID, letting us know that a letter of invitation is needed for this particular registrant with this ID number. We will give the letter to you to be given to your family member to add to all other documents that is needed to apply for a B1, B2 visa. We are not going to be able to guarantee that the person will get a visa, but we are hoping that once you provide all necessary documents that is needed or asked by the consular, your visa should be given to you. But you will have to register that family member that you are sponsoring. And once you do the registration and the ID is generated, we will put the ID on the letter that we'll be sending to, or we will give to you to send to your family member. Thanks.
Thank you, VP1. We have two hands raised.
I have a second question with registration.
Okay.
Continue.
I want to see if these might be transportation related. If they're not, then we might move them to other matters so that way you can continue. Eugenia, is your question in regards to transportation?
Oh, it's regarding registration.
Okay, so then I'll just ask you to hold one moment. And Abby, is your question in regards to transportation?
Oh, what's the registration?
Okay, so Fulbright, please finish with your questions, and then we, I think maybe we'll see if we can take those questions with other matters.
Okay, so we do have a transportation question in the chat asking that what's the shuttle distance from Dallas to BWI?
What is the shuttle distance between Dulles to BWI? Is the or do you rather mean what's the difference between Dulles to the airport and BWI? Is that the question? Because there's no.
Yeah.
Perhaps that might be the question. If the question is asking what's the difference in distance between Dulles to BWI, Dulles to the airport, Dulles to the hotel versus BWI to the hotel. One of the reasons we selected BWI is because while it's not necessarily the closest, it has multiple routes. So it allows us to take alternate routes if there's any traffic, any accidents, any type of congestion. However, the other airports, there's currently construction. So that transit time is not favorable for us during for our holiday weekend. So if you do choose to fly into those airports, again, it is you are welcome to do that on your own free will, but we will not be providing shuttle services because we wanted to make sure that we're able to provide the shuttle service as efficiently as possible, and BWI would allow us to do that.
All right. A second question in the chat says, does the hotel own shuttle buses that run from the hotel to other areas or DC town whenever one needs?
No, it does not. However, there is a metro station just out front of the hotel. So you don't even have to cross the street. At the intersection of where the hotel sits, there is a metro station on the red line, which actually feeds right into the heart of DC. And we will try to provide information on how to navigate the transit system in your registration bags. Any other registration question? I'm sorry, any other transportation questions, Fulbright? Okay.
Yeah, I have my hand up for
Okay,
transportation.
for Francis, yes, please.
Yeah. Thank you, Sister Abba. So if an association wants to drive those tour buses to the convention venue, do you guys have any provision for them in terms of parking the tour buses and getting in and out of there during picnic times and all that?
Yes, so the hotel is also, they've also provided parking for shuttle buses. Our team is actually going to do a hotel visit in about a few weeks, so we'll be able to actually assess that and provide more information to associations that are considering driving in about what the parking situation will be for the shuttle buses as well, for the coach buses as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Sister Abby and Eugenia, we'll take your questions at other matters so that way we just can continue with our program. So we will continue on to, excuse me, let me check my program here. So we will now call Mrs. Senambula to the floor to discuss sponsorship.
Thank you, Madam Abla.
Thank
you. Good evening and afternoon to you, Ceana community, and miato huao, miawe zon, miawe dowon, miawe bonadoge. I'm presenting on our sponsorship and donation packages. But before I go into any of those, I just want to take all of us back a step to remind us of the vision for Ceana 2026. We are not just planning a convention. We are working hard towards a legacy. We are preserving cultural heritage, and we are investing in the future of every people and in every land. Now, we all know that any attempt for a movement like this to leave lasting legacy requires a community support. We cannot do it alone. We cannot do it with little money. So we need community support. Now, how do we get this support? We know we can all support here. And so we are inviting you to shift a little, to shift from being a Ceana attendee to become a Ceana stakeholder. We want all of us to shift from just being observers during Ceana to become builders of our land. We want to conscientize ourselves, not just to be participants of Ceana. We want to partner with Ceana. And anything we do this year for Ceana, as far as fundraising and donation is concerned, is not just about fundraising as we know it. We want partnership. We want you to help Ceana so Ceana recognizes you and projects you out there as a partner. Because this is about partnership. It is ownership. It is impact and legacy. These are the words that are flowing in our minds as we put this convention together. And before we go into these packages, please remember that if you put any money towards Ceana this year and beyond, you are not just giving money away. You are investing in legacy. And we would be sure to make sure your name is listed. You are recognized, you are seen, and appreciated for what you do. Now, we are not calling you to do anything new. Most of you are contributing money to Ceana every year. You're doing that already. What we are doing is that Ceana wants to also appreciate you, recognize you more for what you are doing. So now let's go into what we are doing differently this year. We are saying that if you as a business or an individual can offer to give Ceana $10,000 this year, we are also giving you benefits. Benefits like you don't have to give us $10,000 and still register for our convention. If you give us that much money, we call you a leadership level sponsor. We give you hotel for free, and we give you registration for you and your partner. We give you priority sitting. You will not give us that much money and be struggling for anything in Ceana. You are a VVIP person to us, and we make sure we treat you as that, not just for this Ceana, but for Ceanas to come. And if you give us $5,000, it is still a leadership level sponsorship. You are not going to struggle with seats with everybody else who comes to Ceana. We will recognize you with lots of benefits that I cannot even mention here. All I would say is that right after this discussion, or even in the chat already, you would see the telephone number and email addresses of our staff fund team. Our president's email addresses and telephone numbers are at disposal. Just call them. Mr. Kuma, Madam Makpene, I want to become a partner for Ceana from this year going. And let's have that partnership so you can also reap the benefits Ceana has to offer you. It doesn't end there. We have silver sponsorship packages. We have bronze sponsorship packages. Maybe your business is not as big to give us 5,000. We still have room to accommodate you. Appreciate your business, appreciate what you give to the community, and make sure you are recognized for it. To the extent of having you take a full page in the Ceana magazine, to the extent of giving you special bands. So when we see you in Ceana, we know that you are not just an attendee, you are a partner. So imagine that in the next 5 years, you come to Ceana and you've collected all these bands that show that you are continually supporting our community. This is the offer we are giving you this year and hopefully beyond. And we believe it's a good deal. Now, this is the exciting part. Beyond everything, we know that not everybody is a business owner. Not everybody has a deep pocket. So we have a level where everybody can participate in. This is where there's no excuse for us not to belong. If you love Everland, if you love Ceana, if you love to make any impact, you are invited to be a friend of Ceana. So with as little as $500 to $750, you get a band every year that calls you a Ceana friend. And we are in March. If you give yourself, if you commit to this project or this legacy building and impact making efforts indeed, we believe this is where all of us, everybody on this line, can start putting some money together to become a friend of Ceana. And there are goodies too available for anybody who makes this commitment today. Now, when we have a big mission as we do for Ceana, no gift is too small. So please, contact the number on the phone now, reach out to the staff fund, call the president, call the VP. Let us work with you. And remember, we are not just coming after your money, or we are not coming after your money. We are inviting you to invest in things that would last even after we are not here. And that is the approach we are giving our fundraising this year. The call again is to remember why we are doing this. We are investing in our land. We are making sure generations to come after us will have life a little much easier. We are inviting you to become a patron of progress, to be seen, to be celebrated, and to make an impact. Miato aduami onto kutuga tamina mia we wanyu mikata mia chofodangu no wanyu nami akpenami lo. The numbers for the staff fund are in the chat. You can contact anybody on the planning team, contact any of your core members. We want to partner with you. And if you have any questions, let us know. We'll take the discussion out from here. This is so serious to us that we would drop anything to make sure you become a partner. Thank you very much. And if there are any questions, we'll take it. Akbar.
Thank you, Sister Ceana. I think that presentation was a hit. All the reactions, the hearts, the thumbs up. I thought it was going to be transportation on how to get to the hotel, but it's the sponsorship, which means I think people are ready to donate. I think that's what that means. So I think all these hearts and hands are going to turn into 5-figure numbers, maybe 6 figures. Do we have any questions? Sister Eugenie, you have your hand up. Please, you have the mic to answer, to ask your question, please.
Thank you. This is Eugenia. So I was going to call Sister Abla to ask this question, but I figured it might help somebody else too. So I did register earlier on for my entire family, but something came up and my husband wouldn't be able to make it. So now I'm trying to find out if you pay for the registration and early on you realize one person cannot make it, would you be able to get a refund, or do I have to look for somebody to sell that ticket to?
Yes, there is a refund policy. There are more details on that on the website. Please do give me a call and we can go into more detail in regards about the refund policy. But yes, if with adequate notice, in the event that you're not able to attend Ceana, we will be able to issue a refund.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Dr. Sefako, if we have any sponsorship questions, I think Dr. Sefako, you might have been the first to have your hand up after Sister Eugenia. You're welcome to the floor, please.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Auntie Ceana. I'm just wondering, do we have any room for partnership with organizations, or we just have the focus on the members of Ceana? Because that is the bigger platform that I am thinking about, especially on my field, about partnership with disability organizations, because of the fact that we want to be more inclusive. I'm just thinking about how about if an organization of that entity wants to support us, what is the process, especially about the band, all the things that we are talking about, but what is the process for that? Because I know last year what I did was just to connect the bigger platform I am for free wheelchair machine. They just, registered and promoted a magazine, but it wasn't enough. Like that for me, in terms of how you mentioned it from 10,000, I'm thinking about how about if we want to connect with organizations. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Sefako. You know I love you already. So this is the discussion we want to have. Organizations like yours or any that is out there that wants to make an impact. We have a detailed package brochure for all of the packages we have. And in fact, everything 10,000 is more geared towards organizations like you have mentioned. So call the staff fund number or talk to me after this meeting and you will get the full details. It goes beyond just bands. We're talking about partnership. You could even sponsor a full Ceana projects. So it is a discussion we are willing to have. You have relationship managers for a thing like what we are saying. So let's have the discussion after the town hall, and I believe you'll find the best place and the right reward for your organizations. Akbar.
Thank
I'd like
you.
to follow up to that because YouTube has a similar question. So if you don't mind.
Okay, sure, come in.
So YouTube is asking if you donate $1,000 through your association to support the association challenge, do you benefit from the same Ceana sponsorship package?
That is a very good question. If you donate $1,000 through your association, yes, it is still to Ceana. We would have a channel into these associations to get all of these names to us. And of course, any recognition due, 1,000 donor will be given to these people as well. The goal is to make sure everybody is appreciated duly for what they give to Ceana. Akbar.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fulbright. Sister Abby, you have your hand up. Is your question in regards to sponsorship, or is it still the same question from earlier?
The same one from earlier.
Okay, so we'll reserve that for other matters. So once we get to that part, then we'll call you back to the floor. Sister Rejoice, please. You have a question?
Yeah, my question is to be part of Friends of Ceana or donation about the 10,000 or someone there, whatever. Can Ceana also help our small business people who are struggling? Can they reach out for them too? Or can they also help them if they need loan or sponsors or something?
Okay, that is a bit outside of the scope of this discussion, but we can talk. We have the staff fund team that is actually working towards this partnership. So let's take that out of here and see how we can support each other. Akbar.
Okay.
Thank you. Bright, are there any other questions from YouTube?
Not on the
Okay. And then from the chat, we have, what about networking sessions during the convention for businesses?
Perfect question. We have on the, if you see the flyer in the chat, we have something we call donor roundtable discussions. If you find yourself in any of these categories, yes, we have plans to make sure you come around the donor roundtable and have discussions that promote your business or whatever you want us to talk about as far as partnership is concerned.
Thank you. And then the second question in the chat is, if someone wants to be a Star Fund member but cannot afford to give the whole amount outright, can't, hold on, this link is covered. Can
I can read for you.
Can such a person make a pledge, and what is the deadline for paying the pledge in full?
Okay, so let's take it this way. If you want to be a platinum or gold sponsor, because the benefits are huge, because we are giving you hotel rooms and free registration, we would want to take a lot of that money first. So we know your skin is in the game. But again, we are very flexible. If you can just start making some commitments from April, May, June, July, by September, we believe you'll be in a good place to almost redeem yourself, and you can get all these benefits. If you cannot, let the communication continue from the chat. And again, it's a partnership, so we can always come to a conclusion on what is best for you and best for Ceana.
Thank you, Sister Sanam. Sister Rejoice, is that a new hand for a new question, or is that the same? I think that's the same. Okay, Sister Vicky, you have a question, please. You have the floor to answer a question. And that'll be the last one before we go to our next section. Okay, or the second to last. Okay. Sister Vicky, you have a question?
Yes, sorry. So if somebody wants to be a donor but already registered, what happened to that person now?
Just let us know, either the staff fund or myself or any of the executive members here, and we'll take it from there. Actually, we are starting this now. This is the seed we are sowing. So whether you are registered already or not does not matter. This is a fresh discussion we are having, and you are more than welcome to be a platinum sponsor, Auntie Vic. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Vic. Okay, and we'll take one last question. Joe's S25 Ultra.
Yeah, my question. Sorry, I'm using 3 devices.
Okay. If you can mute one because there's an echo. Yes, thank you.
My question is, it's good. Sorry, I'll answer it another time.
Okay, feel free to ask it in the chat, and then maybe we can ask it. We can answer it in other matters.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you all. Let the communication continue outside of here. We are here for you. We are here for the discussion. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Sister Sanam. Thank you so much for that great discussion. And just a friendly reminder, if you're just joining the Ceana 2026 Town Hall, welcome to our second edition. And we just kindly ask, if you are now entering the chat, if you're not speaking or if you're not a member of the panel, to please keep your device on mute. If you would like to ask a question, please use the react button to raise your hand. We also ask that to also identify yourself, to please change your name to your given name or a nickname, so that way we can identify you when you do raise your hand, because we do have several iPhones and S25 Ultra, so we do want to know who we're speaking to this afternoon. So without further ado, we'll call our magazine chairman, Dr. Brightflake, to the floor. Dr. Bright, are you ready for us, please?
Thank you and welcome to this second edition of our presentation that will bring you all to Washington, D.C. Those who haven't been here for the first time, plan and be here. It's going to be fun. As all earlier speakers have said, it's going to be fun, but fun with your pocket. Without much ado, I am presenting to you the process of how you advertise your business, yourself, your family, association or groups into Ceana magazine. Ceana magazine is a magazine that we present to attendees of Ceana. You come, you have it, and then it is free of charge. But of course, you paid for it in your registration, right? It's nothing free. So you have it, and then you see all kinds of things in the magazine, advertisement for business, for associations, for even Ceana sub-associations all over North America. What do you need to do in order to advertise your business, yourself, family, or association? You will need a picture or a flyer, and that flyer must detail what your business is, what you do, the contact information that if I see your business in the magazine and I need to contact you, I will be able to reach out to you. So it will either be an email or a phone number or any other means that you think that you can be contacted, put it there. And then what you need to do again is make it eligible, and then what will I call it? Not obscure, so that when the digital information is going to be put into the flyer, it will not look blurred. However, if we find out that that is not the correct, we will contact you. That is why your contact information is very important. So we can design it and then put it there so it will be seen and clear. Quite apart from that, what do you do? After you get your flyer or your picture, we have a website, and then I'll put it into the chat for you to see. And then you go to the, can I have access to probably demonstrate this? Can I?
Let's see, I'll give you. Okay. Dr. Wright, okay, you have you're now a co-host, so you should be able to share your screen to
okay
demonstrate how to do that. Thank you. I think you may have to stop sharing your screen so that way Dr. Bright can take over.
Can you all see my screen now?
Yes, please.
Good. We are ready to roll. So after you get your flyer, we have at the website, which is ceanaonline.org/magazines.php. That website, when you go in, you will see our magazine page. And this is how it looks like, right? And then you put in the name of the business or yourself, whatever it is. You go and have your email, your phone number, and then the picture that I was talking about, or the flyer, you choose it, maybe save on your phone or your laptop or your desktop, you upload it. If you have any comment or any instruction for us, put it in your note over here. We will read it. And then when you are done with that, you now come to your page. We have what we call the premium page. The premium page, you need to call, the number is there, to negotiate, to be able to get that page. If you want to buy a full page of the Ceana magazine, it's $200. Half a page is $100, and a quarter of a page is $75. So if I choose 200 to pay, if I click on the 200, it will bring me to my payment method, where I insert my credit card or debit card information, the expiration date, and then the CVC number. And then when I pay, by submitting the pay, automatically it will roll. And then the email which you use up over here, you have a screen that shows you that you have submitted your ad successfully, and the copy of the receipt is sent to that email. And then you can see the receipt in your email. This is just the process where we have Ceana business and well-wishes advertisement being done. I think this is the very first of its kind that we are all seeing. And so let's utilize this in order. If you have any problem, we also have a flyer. The flyer will give all the information about those who are, those you can contact. Let me see whether I can share that as well. Okay, there we go. So this, you will see the names of all persons that you will contact in the magazine committee. Feel free to give any of us a call if you have any problem or you want to advertise, and we are ready to help you. We've been helping others who are not able to do it, and they've, call on us. We are supporting them to put the ads in the magazine. So don't hesitate to give any of us on this contact a call, and we will be ready to support you. Thank you. I'm ready for questions.
Thank you. So we don't have any hands up yet, but we do have one in the chat. So we'll start from there. And there are a few sponsorship questions. We will come back to that and other matters. So the question is there a link to the website from the main Ceana website? So I believe they're asking if there's a link to the page.
Yes, it is. It is. If you go into the Ceana, because this is what I gave you right now is part of the Ceana website. So there is a link there that you can see, and then click on it, and it will bring you to the magazine page where you can do whatever you want to do there.
Okay. Thank you. And then the follow-up question is, what's the deadline to submit adverts?
All right. The deadline to submit advert locally, because we need to do a whole lot of work on, it's March 31st. March 31st. If for some reason you cannot, please reach out to us, and then we'll know what to do. But we are trusting that each and every one get your flyers, your pictures, everything in. And the earlier we do it, the better we get prepared, because when we get all these flyers and pictures in, we have to get a graphic designer to design all these and then put in before we go to printing. And so it takes a longer time, and then printing to be shipped to us. So please, let's just do according to this. Like I said, if you have any issue that you can meet this deadline, our names are there. Please contact us and we will be able to support you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bright. I don't see any hands up. Fulbright, are there any questions from YouTube in regards to magazine?
No, we don't have any questions from YouTube.
Okay.
One more thing. We are not only advertising from the US, outside the US inclusive, please. So not only business or well-wishers, families, associations in the US, we are thinking outside the US as well. So if you have and you want to, please contact us. And then mode of payment we have it that if you don't have a credit card, but you can still register, purchase the ad or the page in the magazine. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bright. We do have one question. F.O. Francis.
Thank you, Sister Blanc. Dr. Bright, so does this March 31st applies to the member association group pictures as well?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Bright, for that presentation on our magazine and advert process. And now for the last but not least, some exciting things that are happening. We are now going to talk about our Ghana launch, and I will hand the mic over to Mr. President to take it away and update us on what you guys have up your sleeve for Ghana.
Thank you. Thank you, Mustafa. Thank you for a great job. Thank you, everybody. Everybody that is being presenting and speaking on subjects have done a wonderful job. So I'll keep it brief and straight to the point, so we don't hold you guys too long. But just before I get into this, I'd like to piggyback from what Stasanan presented to us about the donor scheme. It is brilliantly architectured. It's looking great, and we invite folks to participate. So thank you. There was a question on that subject. Before I move on, there was a question that about more than 10,000. So absolutely, there is greater room for that. And so I think if we need to go back to the drawing board, we'll quickly do that and put that as well. Up to 1 million or more than whatever, there is room for that. So thank you for the question, Dr. Paul. So let me speak to this quickly. Some may be wondering and have questions. What is this Ceana 2026 launch from abroad or from Ghana, specifically? And what is the purpose for doing that? Now, as you can attest, we are an organization that have roots from somewhere. If you look at our theme for this year's anniversary, it says preserving culture and inspiring generations. Our culture and generations, our culture, and how do we inspire the generations? So we want to actually honor our culture, and by so doing, we need to touch base with our roots. We are not just people who have come to the United States or Canada or in the diaspora. We have roots, and we need to get back with the roots. We need to touch base with them. And by doing so, we preserve the culture. So that's one of the reasons why we're doing this. Our heritage, we need to preserve those. We also want to strengthen global connections. We want to strengthen our connections globally. And so if we're going to do that, we're going to go to other parts of the world, then we must as well start from home. And pardon me if it's coming across as if this is being done in Ghana. Well, it is going to be done in Ghana. At a later time, it's going to be done in Togo, and it's going to be done in Benin, where this organization actually have roots, and it would expand if there need be. So we're starting this from Ho in Ghana, and we will move on to other sub regions where we come from, Togo and Benin. But for this year, we're reconnecting with the roots back home. We have invited people from all the three regions, which is Ghana, Togo, and Benin. So we also want to increase our visibility and awareness. What have we been doing? We want people to know. We want to connect with traditional leaders. We want to connect with the generations back home. They need to know what we do and why we do these things. They have to be part of it. If we're going to continue to build the future and preserve the culture for the generations, they must be part of this. And that is why we're doing this. We also want to inspire generations that when you travel and wherever you are in the world, you don't forget where you come from. You don't forget your roots. You have to go back. And so these are the reasons why we're launching from back from home. It is a launch, that's a launch pad, and then we'll come back in the United States and then continue. So if anybody is wondering why are we doing this, these are some of the reasons. We want to showcase our development projects that we have, that you all have been actually contributing to and building. We want the people to know that this is who we are, and it is necessary that we do that. What is our itinerary? I'll get into the itinerary in a little bit here, but let me take the first point on the invitation. Is still ongoing. We're meeting and launching Ceana 2026 from UHAS campus in the Volta region, March 28th. So we have 27 days to launch the convention 2026 from a whole campus. And we are still in need of people to attend the launch. So we are appealing to all of you, every single one of you here today. You have a relative, you have somebody back home who can be of assistance, who needs to know of what we're doing. And so we are appealing to you that you speak with them, give us a name, we will send them invitation for them to come and witness the 2026 launch from Ghana. So we are relying on you to do that. We also want to expand our marketing and visibility. Sister Sanam spoke brilliantly about that already. But we have to market what we do. We have to let it be visible, right? We're also seeking support. We can't do this. We're all in this together. We in the diaspora cannot do it by ourselves. And when we go to conventions, you see it. We invite folks from other parts of the region, Togo, Benin, Ghana. They come and then they help us. So now we're taking the game to them. We need support from all quarters. We need support from Ghana. We need support from Benin. We need support from Togo. And for that matter, we need support from anywhere that you find an airway. And you don't have to be an airway to actually come to help us, because what we're doing is for humanity. It's just that we have identified ourselves as an ethnic organization, and that's the people we are. So we want to preserve our culture and help our people. That's all it is. Media and stakeholder engagements. As we head to Ho to do this launch, we have engaged the media. We have also engaged other stakeholders to come and help us. So if you have serious connections with media personalities back home who can add value to what we're about to do, please send us the contacts and let's have a conversation, and so that they can all be part of what we're doing together. As we head back home, when we come to conventions and we raise funds, what do we do with the money? Every single one on this platform this evening knows what we do with the money. We go into projects, developing communities that have been left behind, communities that need essential resources like schools, clinics, bridges to be able to get their commodities and get people across from hinterlands. We provide those things. And so we have completed 2 projects that we need to hand over. We have completed a library, first-class library with computers, not just book library, but with computers, modern age library. And this is done in the Anglong-Ga district. And that's going to be handed over to the community when we get to Ghana on the 19th. March the 19th is when we're going to do this. Because of your benevolence and your donations, we've done more than one. We have another one done at Agotima, Akpokope. That is not a library. That is a medical lab facility that we built. And that is also going to be handed over to the community on March the 21st. So we'll start on March 19th. We'll travel from Anglong-Ga to Ho to Agotima to do the handover. There's a third project ongoing, which will not be complete before we get there, or will not be complete whilst we're there. That one is in Anfueta, Chebi, also in the Volta region, and that is also a library. Unfortunately, that will not be complete when we get there, but we're going to pay a visit and inspect the ongoing project and provide some insights. So it's a 3-day tour from March the 19th through March the 21st. We're going to be doing this work. If we're able to complete, then we'll be returning. But whilst we're at it, we'll pay homage to the traditional leaders. The paramount chiefs will pay visit to them and tell them that we've come home. And that is culture. The launch we've talked about, which is March 28th. So we are returning back to Ho from our various abode, back to Ho on the 25th, 26th, 27th to do preparatory work. And then on March 28th, we actually would have the launch. All the paramount chiefs in the Volta region have been invited to this launch. Togi Teprehodo, who is the president of the Regional House of Chiefs, is going to be the chairman for the occasion. Togi Akode is going to be there. We have all the paramount chiefs invited, and we expect them to be there with us. We've invited the business community to be there. Our lawmakers, parliamentarians are invited. We expect them to be there. And the community at large. And so we've sent some invitation, but we still need to send more invitation. So we need your help to be able to do this. Now, whilst we're at it, just to showcase who we are and what we're doing, all of us, those of us from here, and have the Ceana attire, we will be in Ceana attire to let the world know who we are. And so we're going to be doing this on behalf of all of us. And so all of us need to help us so that we can get it done and get the results that we needed. My plea to all of you is, you have an uncle, you have a cousin, you have an aunt, you have a niece who have a resource back home. Let them come and help us. Because what we're doing is building legacy and preserving the culture. At our convention, we're going to be having, when we meet come September, we're going to be having all sorts of conversation this time around. We're going to have new conversations as to where and what do we want to do? What legacies do we want to leave behind? What footprints do we want to leave behind? And that is a conversation we all going to have. And with your input, we will follow what you tell us to do. So it's going to be an exciting moment. I expect to see some of my old friends who are not here. Some are traveling with us to go. We're going to be doing all of these things on your behalf. I thank you. If you have any questions, I will take them. Ms. Tofa.
Okay, it looks like we have a suggestion. We don't have any questions yet, but maybe this might start. So the suggestion is to please invite U.S. and Canadian embassies to the launch in Ghana.
Thank you.
Fulbright, any questions? Yes, any questions from YouTube?
Don't have any questions from YouTube on this topic.
Okay, we do have one hand raised. Selam, you have the mic to answer your question, to ask your question, please. Hello, Selam. You're still on mute if you'd like to ask your question.
Okay, sorry. Okay, my question is, this launching is, I think, is huge, it's big. Have we put together all the Voltarians, for example, Pando district, Hohoi district, Ho district, Aflau, Denu, and all that, all the parliamentarians put together a list to invite them to this occasion? That was my question.
Yes, so very good question. What we're asking is, what we're saying is, we have sent invitation to the lawmakers, which are parliamentarians. They represent all of the districts or the areas we just mentioned. But we're asking for your assistance as well. If you have individuals that you know about that we need to reach out to, get their contact, send it to us so we can reach out to them. Now, this is a lunch. This is not a convention. So it's not a party. Right? We're not going to go have a party in Ghana. This is a lunch. When we get there, we want them to know who we are, what it is that we stand for, what is our vision going forward, what are the things that we plan to do, and we want a partnership with them. So we're relying on your assistance to be able to give us contacts so we can reach out to them, so we can all do this together. I'm not sure if I've answered your question.
Yeah, thank you. I hope you can give us the necessary information to give whatever contact we have, so we can break the news to them also.
Okay, absolutely. We've mentioned to core members to relay this information to the various associations, but we are very much aware that some individuals are not part of associations. So yes, we will send a flyer out. There is a flyer. Information is actually coming out tomorrow. Because of today's town hall meeting, we just don't want to mix up stuff and to have a lot of information out there and people get confused. So there is information that is going to be released tomorrow morning. Be on the lookout for that. And the contact information is on there, how you can reach us, how they can reach us, and all of that. And we'll go from there. But specifically, if you have some individuals that you think will be assistance to us, we need to reach out to them. Feel free to send me that contact or give me a call, and we'll take it from there.
Thank you, Mr. President. I think we have some questions from YouTube. So Fulbright, if you can go ahead and let us know what those questions are.
Okay, so the first one is not a question, it's just somebody showing appreciation. He said, I would like to say a big thank you to Ceana for the library in Angoga, our holy city. The next one is from me, myself. So I wanted to ask, looking at how big it's gonna be, are we working with any media houses to televise it? Also, is there a way those of us here who will not be in Ghana can catch a glimpse of it? Zoom?
Yes.
Somewhere.
Yes. Our Ceana TV, Ceana Radio, Ceana Media is going to be live. We've engaged, as I indicated, we've engaged media houses back home to help us. And so they are going to be doing that as well. And we hope to bring this to you live. So be on the lookout for it. Information is going to be all over. It's going to be on our platforms to disseminate these information.
All right. We just had one more question from YouTube. Another question actually. It says, good evening again. Let's not forget our folks in Togo and Benin as well for this lunch. So I think they're talking about inviting people from Togo, Benin to join in the lunch.
Yes, I think I spoke to that earlier. We have sent invitations, but we're still looking to send more invitations, which is the first point on the slide, right? Invitation is ongoing. So we're pleading to everybody here this evening. If you have anyone that you think can help us, channel the information to us, the contact information to us, and we will reach out to them. We have mayors coming from Togo. As a matter of fact, we have 4 mayors that have confirmed coming from Togo. They're going to, and we're looking forward to see them. We're doing this time in Ghana. The next one, we don't know yet, but it's very possible once we get the resources that we need, we have to go into Togo or we have to go into Benin. So because we're all in this together. So we're not picking and choosing, but it timing and where we have resources, that's why we're going to Ho. I'm pretty sure someone would have said, why isn't this done in Angloga, or why isn't done in Keta, or why isn't done in Agbusume or Aflao? It is resources. But we're going back and we're reaching out. We'll continue to do these things. We'll get suggestions and we'll reach out to the folks back home so we can continue to do more of this.
Thank you, Mr. President. So we have 10 minutes left of our town hall. So we will be making sure that these questions are short and concise. So we'll call full Chris to the floor to ask your question. And then after him, we'll have Mr. Vincent Kosi to ask his question.
Hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, but to call me now, Mr. President, for Chris.
For Chris.
Yeah, you know you're going to my hometown.
Yes.
Okay, this is the first I am hearing now. McBlow, do we have a target? Because we are going to Ho, we are going to UHAS, we are inviting all these people. Do we have a target that we want to raise? That is number one. Because inviting all these people it is a fundraiser for Ceana 2026. So we need to go to Ghana or we need to go to our home and raise some money that all the people, all the politicians, be it NPP, be it NDC, that have been coming to Ceana over the years. Let us make sure that we capture every single one of them. I'll be talking to my president here, and then I'll give her some names. Akpe, thank you. You're doing a good job. Akpe.
Thank you for Chris. Thank you very much. Just for what you said, permit me to let the House know. Ceana is a non-profit organization, and we're not politically aligned. We don't do anything based on affiliation with a political party. Lawmakers, we've engaged them just because they are community leaders. Past and present have been contacted. On my list, every single person that I've sent invitation to, past political leaders, present political leaders, and some of the past political leaders are actually even advising and helping us and guiding us. We're doing this as an ethnic and people of the Everland to preserve culture. Politics has no place in any of our discussions. So that is how we're operating. But I appreciate you, Chris, for bringing this up as well. And I look forward to getting those contacts, and I will reach out to them personally. I've reached out to almost everybody that will send the invitations to personally. We'll continue to do.
Thank you. Mr. Kosi, your hand is up. You have the floor. Thank you.
Thank you, Convention Manager. I just want to talk about time. Time is very important. For our Ceana events, if we can come on time. For all Ceana events, if we can register on time, Ceana will be successful. All Ceanas have attended, we have had problem with time. But if we can start from DC, that we want to observe time, the way we observe it when we go to work, everything from now going forward will work perfectly for us because time is money and time is success. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kosi. Okay, we have, I think one hand, I think our other matters questions have their hands raised. So we have 5 minutes left. If Sister Eugenia is also still on the line too, you can raise your hand again and we'll take your question. Sister Abby, you have the floor.
Thank you. I just had a quick question. So I think it's regarding registration. If you're not going to be there for the whole 4 days, how does that work, especially for the hotel, I guess, reservations?
So you are still required, if you do want to attend the program, the full package registration is still required to attend basically majority of the programs. It's either the full package or you're doing either banquet dinner, a picnic or picnic only. So even if you're arriving on Friday, you would still need to buy the full package registration to enjoy all the meals and then all the activities that will be happening on site at the hotel. Does that answer the question?
It does, though. I was just wondering, the hotel, though, like how many, do we get to choose how many days we stay for, or does it have to be all the 4 days?
You do not have to stay the full 4 days. You can choose how long you will stay at the hotel. However, again, just to have access to all of the amenities that I would say that that Ceana is offering, you would need to have the full package registration. If you want to stay at the hotel, you would need to register for the full package.
Got it. Thanks.
You're welcome. Fulbright.
We had one question from YouTube on registration. Can you modify your registration details if needed to make any changes? Or is there a number to call to make those changes?
Yes, if they can email info@ceana2026.org. If it's modifications to your hotel reservation, it would be ideal to forward your confirmation and then make note of the changes or questions that you have. If it is to your convention registration, I would advise doing the same thing. However, do keep in mind that if you are changing from full package to anything less than full package, then you would forfeit your hotel reservation, which we don't recommend for the best experience. Any other questions of Fulbright from YouTube?
No, that's all I have.
Something in the chat.
And then in the chat, we have, can I register for just the park without hotel reservations? Yes, you can. However, please note that when you register for just the park, that you would only be able to come just to the park. You wouldn't be able to attend any of the other activities happening at the hotel earlier in the week. And then just before that, FYI, this is from our excursion chairman, just an FYI. No unaccompanied minors under the age of 18 for the excursion, just due to safety reasons. Okay, I think that is all for our questions this evening. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to all of our members of the panel. Thank you to even
there's a hand
that's
up.
a Fulbright. I think that's an old hand, or a Fulbright. You still have your hand up?
Sorry, no.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I asked a question about the vendors earlier. Nobody answered me.
Okay, Madam VP1 does have her hand up, so I'll hand the mic over to her. Maybe she'll answer that along with her remarks.
Yes, thank you. Sister Rejoice, yes, if you want a vendor table is going to be $200 for the whole, starting from the 3rd up to the 7th. So that is a great deal. It means that for every day that you have a table up, it's $50, so which is great. So please reach out to us if you want to register to get a vendor table. Again, the number to call is Abla, please put the number in the chat.
Yeah, I'll put in the chat again. That's 703-791-9987.
703.
Yes, 703-791-9987.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Okay, you're welcome. And also for me to just as comment, we want families to take advantage of this convention also as a vacation. If you go on a vacation, there is nowhere that you will go and have the kind of experience that we are going to provide to you for $269, where you get to have a good entertainment on Thursday night, and then also be served dinner. Friday, go for an excursion if you choose to. And if you don't, there is so much to do in the environment. And then you have a very unique cultural experience on Friday night, where you will not find anywhere else or any other program in the whole of United States. And also get to eat dinner. Saturday, the programs are so lined up and so packed from all the way from 8 a.m., even as earlier than that, for those who want to have like a stretch session, a yoga or a workout, all the way to dinner, the ball, and then Sunday church service and picnic, and you pay for $269. There is nowhere else you can get this from. Not only that, if you plan to come earlier, all the way from the Monday, if you register early and the hotel has availability, you get the same hotel rate. Even though those days are outside the Ceana rate, you get the same rate starting from the Monday of August 31, or from Tuesday 9/1 if you choose to, until you even leave by September the 9th, you get the same rate. So you can use this opportunity to make it a family vacation for you. Your children to also experience your culture or something very unique, at the same time supporting the causes of Ceana. So we are really encouraging everyone to look at it from this point, that you are actually planning a vacation of one kind that provides all these experiences, very unique experiences, at the same time promoting good causes for the Everland. So we invite you to don't be late in registering. Register early to get the best experience of the convention. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam VP1. Okay, it's 6:02, so I'll ask just, there's two questions that have been in the comment, and it's for excursion and for sponsorship. Kindly clarify what the benefits for the 500 donor, and for the excursion question, I can answer that one. It says, okay, it's been answered. So the answer to that question is in the chat. Sister Ceana, they would like clarification on the 500 donor package, please.
For the Friends of Ceana, which is 500 to around 750, you get to have your name listed on the Ceana website under our annual sponsors. You get to be recognized during the association congress. You get a band that says you are a friend of Ceana. You can choose if you want to have an advert in the Ceana magazine. And if you choose to, again, we give you 5 seconds to feature your business or whatever you want to say on the Ceana Central Talk Show on Saturdays. That is a lot. And you get to be a friend for Ceana.
Yep, be a partner. Go ahead. Good.
Thank you, Mrs. Bullard. Thank you very much. And just to read the question and answer to the excursion question, since there are many places listed for excursion, are we just going around to look at these places, or are we at least able to go inside some of these places? The answer is we go inside the places that have places to enter. Unfortunately, most areas are controlled by the US government. So if we're not allowed to enter, we cannot enter. And again, they're also monuments. So they're not necessarily exhibits. They're just statues and monuments. You can take pictures. So it's just, people also rotating around as well too. I believe that is all for our questions. Again, thank you to all of our panel members. Thank you to our audience. Thank you for all your questions. Again, thank you to also our behind the scenes. There's some people who are also working behind the scenes to make sure that this town hall was successful. But again, to our attendees, you are who makes Ceana what it is. We thank you for all your questions and your involvement. Continue to share the website when you register, Ceana2026.org. This town hall is also available on YouTube. So if you know a friend or a loved one who's interested in Ceana and they weren't able to join us, share this town hall with them. That way they can also learn all about what we're doing, what we have planned, especially for your loved ones that are back home in Ghana that you want to interest them in coming to the launch. Share this link with them on YouTube. If you're not on any of our convention platforms, please use the contact information that is being shared on the screen to contact us, and we'll get you connected so that way you can also be involved with all of us. Thank you again for your time. And we hope to, and again, do not hesitate to ask your questions. You do not have to wait to the next town hall. Utilize all the platforms that we have available to ask your questions. Again, thank you for your time and your support. And we will see you on Ceana Central. Ceana was Africulture on Sundays, and again at our local association meetings and at our next Ceana Town Hall meeting. Thank you all.
The recording has stopped.
Bye-bye.
Convention manager for an excellent job done. Thank you so much for all you do for Ceana. You're amazing.
You're
you.
welcome. It's great to be part of such a great team.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam VP.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Hello, on behalf of Ceana, in collaboration with the Our Association of Washington DC Metro Inc., it is our honor and joy to welcome you to Ceana 2026 Convention. We are proud to host this historic gathering in the heart of Maryland, and we are ready to take it to a whole new level. With bold vision and unwavering commitment, we are elevating excellence in every detail, ensuring that Ceana 2026 will be unforgettable. This year's theme, Preserving Culture, Inspiring Generations, is more than a slogan. It is a promise to honor our heritage, empower our youth, and unite our global Ewe family in purpose and pride. For decades, Ceana has been the heartbeat of a people determined to celebrate their roots and shape their future. From the vibrant rhythms of Agbaja and Bobobo to the quiet wisdom of our elders, every convention has been a living tapestry of tradition, unity, and vision. Join us from September 3rd to September 7th, 2026 at Bethesda North Marriott Hotel, Maryland. Come ready to reconnect, to rejoice, and to raise funds to help build our Ewe land. This is your moment. Register early, volunteer your time and talents, give generously to fuel the future, and most of all, share the message. Let the world know that Ceana is not just alive, it is thriving. Together, we preserve culture. Together, we inspire generations. Together, with the Our Association of Washington DC Metro Inc., we build Ceana 2026. Join us to make history. Ceana 2026. Honor the past. Empower the future. Visit www.ceana2026.org for more information. See you there.
2026.
Yes.
Welcome you. DMV.
Yes.
Ceana 2026 DMV will welcome you.
Thank you.